Manchester is strong on record packaging and design as well as music. Peter Saville dressed early factory record releases in tasteful images and immaculate typography. Nowadays, central station design are an important and colourful part of the Happy Mondays success story. The Rap Assassins, through their association with Brian Cannon, continue that story.
You know, there was going to be no rap cliches on the sleeve or anything like that. As you can see with the sleeves that we've done since then, everything's completely different to any other rap bands you've seen. The gig that they did at the Hacienda, we did like a back projection on the back of the stage, which was, a lot of the elements were the same as what are on the Killer album sleeve, comics and that sort of stuff, which we photographed onto slides and shot behind them as they were performing. The sleeve for the album is very complementary to the album itself. It's a collection of visual images that go hand in hand with the sound samples themselves.
In common with all other Manchester bands, the Rap Assassins are currently cashing in on the unceasing demand for musical merchandise, in other words, T-shirts. Their T-shirt of 3 black Olympic athletes saluting the world with clenched fists was harder than most of the trippy psychedelic images presented by the city's independent rock groups.
Well, in the early days of the band getting a record deal, producing tracks, releasing records, whatever, we was actually in the shop one Saturday afternoon and we were discussing, you know, what to do in the way of merchandising. I'd always had this idea to redo the famous stance that the Black Panthers did at the Olympics. I commissioned a photographer, Ian Tilton, and put the idea to Greg, the manager, and within 2 weeks it was all sorted, and he's probably one of the best selling T-shirts we've got.
Touch with them because Sounds wanted me to do some pictures of them because they were like a rocking band at the time and they've got a single out. The shots that we did for the LP, the ones that were of their kids on the back, Kermit turned up 6 hours late, and the previous session that we'd done for promotion for them, he turned up 6 hours late for that because he said, "I've got to get my hair cut."
Jealous MC shows a different side to the group. It has been taken at face value by some as another record about gold chains and cars. Instead, it is a rap satire at the expense of those who don't get the joke.
Well, I'm Jealous MC and I take no shorts.
It's kind of like just a satirical look then, let's say, at a sort of like a stereotypical b-boy attitude.
The hip-hop scene, those deaf, don't rappers who are always on top. Rock shacking out parties when they bust a death rap. The rhymes they bust, I wish I wrote them, but I didn't do that. So what I do is for them.
Jealous MC, it's kind of, it's more of a history, you know this kind of dissing on the spot sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's history.
Call the guy Jealous MC. People listening to it will either recognise certain things about themselves in there and think, yeah, or no, and have a laugh.
Or certain things about others.
Or be offended.
What's his name? He's Jealous MC. What's my name? Jealous MC. What's my name? Justice.
Like the tracks, they're primarily about black people, but at the same time, it does, you know, the things that affect black people do affect white people. So I'm trying to get it across in the track too. You go for a job, you can't get a job, you know, you look down on because of where you come from or the colour of your skin. Old people in British society, how they're dying of hypothermia, you know, you've got people who fought in sort of like 2 wars or 1 war, and this is the kind of thanks they get, you know, they're dying from the cold in a country where the sort of like electricity board is making millions and billions even of pounds. I mean, how can you sort of like justify that?
Social workers love me because I keep them at work. Can't get a job myself because I'm seen as a jerk. When you're living on the edge, you gotta do what you must. Because there ain't no justice, just us.
You get a lot of black people in prison or in mental asylums. I mean, there's more black people in mental asylums, relatively speaking, than white people. Same thing with prison.
While indie bands were discovering the rhythms of James Brown and the power of body-friendly dance beats, the Rap Assassins and their rock samples seem to make more and more sense to white indie fans.
Manchester is basically indie city. Everybody, all the bands that come out of Manchester basically are labelled as indie bands.
I mean, personally, I blame the music press because they hype up a certain area of music, and From there, it just gets exploded, really. You know, like seeing Happy Mondays on every cover of the NME.
So you get a TV show and you'll get like a few minutes of exposure of like rap acts, whereas you'll get the latest kind of indie band, 4 or 5 numbers, you know.
Manchester rap's got to make it on its own terms. You know, the rap artists, it's all about communication. The Happy Mondays and the Stone Roses, they're really good at communicating to people.
You know, the black side just isn't given the coverage it needs and deserves, you know. And, you know, as I said, I'm into those people, but I'm also into Busby, and I'm into Kiss AMC, and I'm into the Rap Assassins, and, you know, and I think that's just as valid as what's going on the other side in Manchester, and it needs to come more to the fore.
A lot of the groups are not getting a chance to communicate to a wide audience because maybe they haven't got the right management set up, maybe they haven't got the right record companies behind them.
Kids them in the Bronx, they couldn't go to the clubs in town. They weren't allowed in, you know, people thought there was going to be violence and things, so they had to have their own parties in the ghetto where they lived. And what they did was DJs discovered break beats, started cutting up on 2 turntables, kept the beat going, and then one day somebody decided to get on the mic and start talking in rhyme to it. It was live, and that's why you get all these stuff, say yeah, everybody say ho, and them kind of things, because it's a live medium, you know, you talk to the crowd, they talk back.
Everybody, clap your hands! Everybody!
We've got a live drummer, we've got a live percussionist, we've got a live vocalist, 3 live rappers.
It's something different having a drummer playing live with a rap band, and like we'd spoke about it. He thought it was a good idea, I thought it was a good idea, so we tried it.
Hey, don't stop the hand clapping.
Said we don't sort of like work to any formula, we just try and we do what we feel at the time, how it feels at the time.
Go with the flow.
You know what I mean?
Kick it!
MC, Kermit the Freak.
Who?
The lyrical jackal. A damn blasted animal behind the microphone.
I'm telling you.
Pay my respect to the posse car. Enough respect to after all. Kicking it down with a funky off-fume beat.
And what them?
And it nail posse strong.
I'm telling you.
Punishing on pussies at the drop of a hat. No off-fume posse kicking with a funky new track.
British black music is entering a new era, led by the likes of Soul to Soul, Karen Wheeler and others, confidently preaching a gospel of black self-awareness and cultural pride. The new British black music is commercially assertive too. It's fashion-conscious as well as message-conscious. But there's an underlying anger beneath all this, which spills over into the work of people like the Ruthless Rap Assassins. It has a lot in common with the cutting edge of American rap and the records of Public Enemy, Professor Griff, etc. Black music in Britain is therefore poised to sell records, but also to tell the truth about black experience.
Formulating peace inside us, Secret HQ. Gregory knows the way his soul is Emery too. The KISS is related to me, but then this A's the older brother to the dangerous.
That's right.
Down and dirty. When it comes to slamming down rhymes, assaulting all DJs who don't sound like mine. They go pausing in the lyrics that are tie my lace.
And then this high sex is
The posse strong. The posse strong.
We got a crazy drummer.
The posse strong.
Tell him. Our posse strong.
I'm telling you.
Fuck your friend.
I like my on the right, my engineer, that's the rear. Davis Seed is on the left and Davis A's near the beer, that's cause he's strong.
Yeah, but still taking out your city soft sucker punk.
Coming from the cold, Ruthless Rap Assassins better than bad, bolder than bold. Lyrical bandit, step back, take that. Try and buy this, you're gonna get this. Take a pause for the core. Try to Rap Assassins, your best rhyme without flaws.
Why?
Cause in around that weavers, we'll just get the shit out of yours. The posse's strong.
Which posse? Yo, Manchester posse, are you strong? I'm telling you, man.
Ruthless, yeah, I go with the flow, don't joke.
Why not?
Cause we'll go toe to toe, I'm assassin. MC Kermit the Freak. Mess with me, boy, you're spitting out teeth. I move alone.
Yeah?
Or I move with the crew, burn a weed.
Or what?
And drink a couple of brews, not a criminal.
Why not?
Cause I'm smarter than that. I got the brainiac factor, boy. That's the power educated. Cause I took the time to learn. That's right, I knowledge my mind. A sturdy individual who's strong in the crew.
Back off cause the freaks coming through.
Yeah, that's great. F-R-E-A-K.
Ah.
Cause you spell it that way, and I'm a dizzy. So don't diss, cause I will slap you in my head on a brick.
The posse's strong. Come on.
Come on, go on.
Oh, you ladies,
Why are you still following me? Go away! Why are you still following me? It's finished! It's over! Finished! Go! Go home! Finish! No more!
Guys on again.
Yeah! Long time no see, bro! I come in there and oh, you guys are gone.
No, I'm out of the. Totally got my own shop now.
Have you where?
Up in Denton.